Namaste. Oh, sorry. I thought I don't need much, but I think I do. Namaste and good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this afternoon's lecture of India-Canada Friendship Circle, or ICFC. Our organization was formed in 2004 and sponsors prominent speakers to articulate and interpret various facets of India according to their own expertise and perspective. In doing so, ICFC strives to enhance the image and profile of India among Canadians. Our focus has been in the areas of philosophy, history, economics, literature, generally the arts and science. August 26 and 2006 has marked the second anniversary of our organization, and we assess it as another successful year in terms of meeting our organization's goal in organizing thought-provoking and intellectual lecture series. On this occasion, the ICFC has established a system of sponsorship by its members, and we appeal to all of you to support our activities by sponsoring our programs. As many of you are aware of, we now have a well-developed and regularly updated website for you to browse through and learn more about our activities. Thanks to Anilji, who has been doing it on an ongoing basis. Thank you, Anilji. Where are you? I'm sure if any one of you have visited our website, will appreciate the work he has done, and we are very grateful for that. We gratefully acknowledge the support of the High Commission of India, of many volunteers, and of all of you who, for your continued support, we are very, very appreciative. We are delighted to inform you that our next speaker will be the Honorable Ms. Flora MacDonald, and we will be concluding this year with a dinner event to be held on November 19th at NAC, where our High Commissioner, Her Excellency Ms. Shamla V. Kausik, would be our guest speaker. We hope all of you will be able to join us, and we are looking forward to your comments and feedback. So please give your generous feedback for our future programs. Now it is my honor. We are very happy that our former High Commissioner, Mr. S.J.S. Chatwal, and Mrs. Chatwal are here with us today, and I would like to request him to say a few words and wish us well. So Birji, he is our dear friend, and we are very delighted to have him. So Birji, please.
I don't think I need the mic. Well, friends,
camera needs you. Video cameras.
I'm quite a acceptable person normally, but when you put me before a mic, something happens to me, so I keep the mic. We have all come here to listen to our friend Brian Dickson, and I wonder what you expect me to say. However, I would certainly like to congratulate you first for living in this beautiful city of Ottawa, especially in autumn. That is the reason that whenever, after our retirement from here, whenever we come, and we have come here quite often, we only come in autumn. There was a time when relations between two countries were the monopoly of the diplomatic missions stationed in every respective countries. That is no longer true after the communication revolution and the information revolution. It is a lot of NGOs like yours that you have set up. They play a very vital part in getting to know the countries where you are wanting to create friendship. Now, the name of your organization, as I have been told, is India-Canada Friendship Circle. Now, if you are wanting to create friendship, then friendship has to be on the basis of knowing each other well. If you have friendship with very superficial knowledge of each other, it can be even harmful. So, but knowing means that we must sort of visit each other. And visiting does not mean what I was told last time I was here. I met a person from southern, south of you country, and he was trying to impress me when I was in New York, saying that, look, I have been to Canada. I know Canada. I said, okay, that's very good. Where have you been to Canada? And he said, of course, Niagara Falls. Now, Niagara Falls, there's no doubt that if you come from one direction, Canada begins from Niagara Falls, it doesn't end there. Similarly, people going to India and saying that we have seen the Taj, we have been to Delhi, we have seen Bombay and all that, means very little. We have to know each other better, and I'm sure that a NGO like yours can play a vital part in getting to know each other. And I would like to give you my greetings for having set up this organization, and I wish you all the success. And I would also like to inform you that in a very similar manner, we have set up a small group in Delhi, which is Focus Canada. And Brian is aware of it, and it is actually with the help of the Canadian High Commission that we have set up that. And Focus Canada, we can focus only first we have to know somebody who has focus on. So we are making very similar efforts, what you are doing here in Delhi, so that both the countries, people can become friends, but we have to know each other better. With these few words, may I sort of express the desire that the diplomatic notes and the Perspective India, there will be less diplomacy in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Subirji. I'd like to just add one more thing. We have a very dedicated board, and I'd like to acknowledge or introduce you to our board members. First of all, I would like to say Mr. Anil Agarwal, and Manju Anand. Patricia Chuba is not here today. Then we have Raj Dilauri. And we are thrilled to have two new members join our team, Mr. Brian Dickson and Dr. Indu Gambhir. So, now I'd like to invite Anilji to come and introduce our guest speaker for today. Anilji, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of introducing our speaker today, Mr. Brian Dickson. And we have Mrs. Dickson beside him, as they say that behind every great man, there is a woman. On behalf of ICFC Working Committee and all of us here, I extend a warm welcome to Mr. and Mrs. Dickson and Mr. Dickson's gracious, of course, Mr. Dickson and Mr. Dickson's gracious wife, Katie Dickson. Mr. Dickson and his wife have lived in New Delhi during their 2 postings to Canadian High Commission in India. One in the 1970s and the second one more recently as Deputy High Commissioner for Canada. I must say they haven't just lived in New Delhi. They have really seen India, far and wide, traveling extensively coast to coast. I have seen evidence of how passionate they must be about photography. Their collection of pictures is impressive. I have seen all of them. These pictures depict people, tourist sites, and landscapes of India. I'm amazed how vividly they seem to remember places and specific sites by name. To cite a bit of background on Mr. Dickson, he's a lawyer by training. Mr. Dickson was called to bar in 1972 after obtaining a law degree from the University of Toronto. He also holds a Bachelor of Arts from Princeton University and a Diploma in Higher European Studies from the Université de Nancy, France. He was appointed Queen's Counsel by the Government of Canada in 1989. Mr. Dickson joined the Department of External Affairs in 1972 and served in India, Romania, the United States, Washington, D.C., and then Guatemala as ambassador. He was subsequently appointed as Canada's ambassador and permanent representative to the Organization of American States, OAS. In 2002, Mr. Dickson returned to India, his first diplomatic assignment, where he was Deputy High Commissioner until 2005. Mr. Dickson has also served on several assignments in Ottawa, including one as director. In this capacity, he headed a number of Canadian delegations during bilateral and multilateral negotiations involving extradition, mutual legal assistance, and other legal matters. More recently, he was director of the South America Division, which included responsibility for political and trade issues, and later director of the United Nations and Commonwealth Affairs Division. Mr. Dickson is married and has 2 sons, and we are privileged to have one of his sons and his wife present with us today. And we also have Mr. Dickson's mother-in-law. Madam, I forget your name. A career diplomat. In his talk today, Mr. Dickson will share his diplomatic notes about his perspectives on India. Plus, you are in for a treat with some of his pictures. He has taken breathtaking shots. If I say another word about his pictures, I'll be taking away his thunder. So I'll leave it to him to describe. I'll let him astound you with a sample from his vast collection of pictures. Mr. Brian Dickson.